Hi, welcome to this week of Data Analysis to the Max. In previous weeks, we have looked at how to calculate with formulas and how to operate calculations based on conditions. But this week, we're going to look into lookup functions, how to combine data from this part of your spreadsheet and that part of your spreadsheet and correctly put it together. And VLOOKUP functions are very popular. You could say they are like the Taylor Swift of Excel formulas. Lookup functions are used in the top 5 of most used Excel functions, and this is why it's very important to know how to use them and when to use them. So let's look at this week's example. Imagine you are running a hardware store. So here you have information that you export from your register. You can see what item code you have sold, when you've sold it, and for what price. And on top of that register data, we're going to do some analysis. We want to know what items have we sold. So you can see here the codes, the associated names, the price we sell it for, the price we bought it for, the margin, which is the difference between those two prices, and the margin expressed in percentages. So for this data, we want to do some analysis. More specifically, we want to know what turnover do we make for each of the items that we sell. So we could do that like this, where we have the codes and the names, and then from the product info sheet, we directly link what the selling price is. And then with a COUNTIF function, we can look at the actual register data. We can see how many items have we sold of this particular type. And if we multiply the number of times we have sold a certain item with the price that we sell it for, then we get the turnover per product that we need. There we have it. We have calculated the turnover per product. So the first thing that you see that's a little bit strange about this formula is that Excel inputs a link to this worksheet into the formula. That happens because while we were building the formula, we moved to a different worksheet and back, but of course that's not what we want. So let's first get rid of that prefix, just remove it because it's not necessary. It just makes our spreadsheet more complex than is needed. So the question is now, is our spreadsheet now perfect? Are we in the perfect state? And maybe you have encountered this problem before, and maybe you know why this is a problem. If you don't, let me take you through what's problematic about organizing your spreadsheet in this way. So to show you this, we're going to select all data in our worksheet, copy-paste it into a fresh worksheet, and we're going to copy-paste it as values, just so you can see what the original values was, because maybe some things are going to change if I mess up my spreadsheet. So just to be sure, we make a copy of the original data. Now let's go back to our product info worksheet and do something very innocent. We're just going to sort our product info worksheet, sort it based on the selling price. You can think, well, sorting something is never going to mess up my worksheet. However, if we look now at the turnover per product, we see that our bench is suddenly worth only 10 euros, where previously it was worth 2.50. And this is because, as you can see here, the links are still pointing at the original values. And even though we have sorted them, the links haven't changed. So we're pointing directly at the wrong value. So what you should remember from this example is that if you make a link over a worksheet, it doesn't get sorted if you sort that worksheet with, you see the result here, potential for error. So this is exactly the scenario where instead of a direct link, we want to use a lookup function. You'll see that in the next video.